Just let me get my notes together. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah in Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest reality TV gossip. And of course, Jeff Lewis and the Jeff Lewis After Show. If you are a YouTube or Instagram subscriber, you saw that I don't look much better than I did 12 minutes ago. So I posted a picture of me literally seconds out of the shower, brushing my teeth. Put a comb through my hair. I mean, woo! Y'all are getting the rough cut today, but it is the weekend. I am gathering my stuff for the New York City trip. I'm listening to Jeff Lewis, all the things. I cannot wait. Organizing a meetup in New York, organizing several meetups in LA. It's all happening, y'all. And I have a huge phone call right after this show, and I hope everything can be shared with y'all and made public in less than a week. I am just dying. So thank you for being always so awesome and always so supportive of this little girl in Texas with a crazy idea a year and a half ago that has just kind of finally taken off a little bit. I mean, not really. I mean, I would call taking off a lot more followers than we have, but it's okay. It's okay. We're small but mighty, us chumpettes. So, anyways, okay, let's get started with a little bit of shout out news. There's not a ton going on, or I'm just so busy. My One of my college daughters is home. The other one is finished with high school for this semester. Her friends are home. So I just had one of my sixth children come over and surprise me. So, life is busy. It is the holidays. I'm wrapping gifts. I'm doing all the things. Um, but I did finally watch episode 1 of Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Legacy. I am dying. I love Kristen Takeman so much. I need to watch the other 2 episodes. It is on Peacock, so if you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. And I want to know in comments, do you think Dorinda was being a little snotty snot to my Kristen girl? Because I kind of think she was. Or is she just playing the game and doing her job, which is, being dramatic on the show? Like, I don't know. Did I say trumpets? No, honey, chumpettes. You must be new here. Anywho. Okay, so let's get into the show today. Pole and Patrick are on. They're having a fire sale, y'all. $1,000 Pola 2 designer gowns in all sizes, they claim. So I'll have to see when I'm out in LA next week if they have anything left in my size and a great color for me. But I don't know, y'all. I'm going to have to really book a lot of cameos to afford all of these trips this month that are unexpected, and $1,000 Polo 2 designer dress. Like, I don't even know how many. My cameos are only $15. So I'm pretty sure I can't sell enough of those. But if you're looking for a cameo, book me over there for sure. Okay, so Polo 2 and them are on. They also, was it Code Jeff? They are doing readings for $99. That's about the price it started at, and they keep going up and up and up because they're so damn popular. The market is what it is, and I guess that's what's that word called? What's that economics word? Whatever. Economics 101, whatever the word is. I never said I was smart, but as things get more and more popular, the price goes up. And so that's what's happened with the readings, right? The prices have definitely gone up. But I think Code Jeff on Pola2, POLATTEU.com, Code Jeff is a $99 reading. I don't know how long that's lasting though. Oh, Rachel said she couldn't find a place to put in the promo code. DM Patrick Simpson on Instagram. I promise you he'll DM you back. And I don't want to get in the middle of it, but because I end up being customer service for everything, and then y'all DM me and like, I'm having a problem with this, and then I'm having to text Patrick. So please don't get me in the middle of it right now. I'm trying to get ready for everything, and a holiday party and packing and just life. I'm actually cooking dinner tonight. Yeah, I know. Spaghetti and meatballs, but I am okay. They're from a can. I'm no Teresa Giudice. It's a can of Hunt's. I add my specialty, which is Italian diced tomatoes. And then I add the seasoning from Walmart called Italian seasoning. I think I add garlic. I think that's all. And I call it a day. And then make it with 5 cheese bread. If you don't know what that is, from, I think New York is the brand. go get you some, because now I'm going to be an influencer for the New York 5 cheese bread. It is amazing. If you dip it in the spaghetti sauce, it's even better. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the thumbs up on YouTube or on Facebook. Thank you. Okay, what else? So Jeff tells us the drama that is going on with him and his ex, Gage, but it sounds like he anticipated it. So apparently they have this Family Wizard app, okay? And that is where Jeff asked about a month ago if he could pick up Monroe early. So as we know, today they fly out to New York City. Now we know they come back Wednesday because he's doing the show until Wednesday in New York City. And he needed to pick up Monroe early from school instead of their 12 o'clock pickup time, which how do you pick up at 12 o'clock when it's school? Like she's not even out from school yet, right? Like, I don't even know how that works. But anyways, he needed to get her at like 10:15 or 10:30, something like that. And then all of a sudden, Gage yesterday texts him and says, no, I'm not going to let you pick her up early, which of course put Jeff into a scramble. He was going to miss their flight. He was going to get in there later. He was going to miss the museum and the Bubbles Museum, all these fun things that are going on in New York City tomorrow. And like he even says, this cost him $2,000 and a couple of hours of his attorney's time. So I'm assuming this also cost Gage's attorney's money. And they had already figured this out a month ago. So all Jeff's attorneys had to say was, here's the Family Wizard where he agreed to do it. Okay, we're going to make that go into effect. How much do you have to hate your ex to bring up all of this drama that is going to impact her other dad, which is going to impact how you treat your daughter? I mean, as we know, oh, shout out Zach Peter, I adore you. As we know, with any parent, I'm a mom. If you are fighting with anybody or you have any extra drama or stress going on in your life, that is going to bleed over into your kid, whether you try your best or not, right? So, we now know that Jeff was going to this crazy Sutton Strack party, which we will talk about in a second for sure, the creep at the party. But, he had that party to go to, he's probably packing, or Shane's packing for, all the stuff that's going on with the holidays. And then Gage now the night before wants to say, no, you can't pick her up at that time. So I'm glad it got fixed, but I hate all of this drama. I do dream of a day where they are co-parenting well for longer than a month, and that Jeff isn't trying to get into his pants. Gage isn't trying to get into his pants. I think they need to be done with each other romantically, but they need to be friendly enough where they can actually have a conversation, actually possibly even. I mean, tell me in comments, am I being unrealistic that maybe Christmas program 2024 that Gage and Jeff can even sit near each other or sit in the same row or save a seat for each other? I mean, how many times have we seen, I've been at Christmas, my husband is home really early. His career, he just has a job where he's home really early, thank goodness. So we've never really had to deal with that, but I've seen plenty of my friends' husbands or wives that are meeting them at a Christmas program and they're running late because they're coming straight from work, and the other partner saves them a chair. That is the nice, respectable thing to do, whether you're dating or not, right? So I would love that as a goal of 2024, that Jeff and Gage are in a much better co-parenting place. So I don't know if it'll happen. I'm probably being naive, I know, but that is what I would like to see. And I think a lot of us would like to see that, right? Yeah, JC on Instagram. We have to be honest, for both, Monroe is not the focus. And I have said this before. I know a lot of y'all think I'm like a Jeff apologist, and I'm absolutely not, because I don't think he's perfect. That's absolutely why I listen and watch him, is because he's not perfect. He is a very hot asshole, and I love that about him. But I do feel like when both of them are getting along, it is obviously better for Monroe. But when they're not, they can both make decisions that are just out of emotions and anger and distrust. And it just makes me so sad for Monroe. But nothing makes me sadder for Monroe than this bullshit going on between Croy and Kim that now came out, that I guess one of the kids said that my dad was hitting my mom. So I don't know if there's any domestic abuse going on. She has made accusations to the police in the past that she might be concerned with, like football concussions and all that kind of thing is actually a real thing, and like the anger that it causes and being out of control of your emotions and stuff. So I don't know, but it just gets worse and worse with that whole Croy and Kim situation. I just really hope it gets better very soon. Very soon. But as Jeff let us know, okay, left turn again. As Jeff let us know, the trip to New York is now settled. They are back on. Everything is fine. He gave us the list. Monday, he'll have Dolo, Dolores, and Paulie on. Tuesday, Nicole Ryan from Hits Radio. Hits One, is that what it's called? Wednesday, Andy Cohen. And he says he's going to mention subtly, he's going to bring up the OC casting and their decisions about that. And that is not going to go over well. I can just see Andy squirming in his chair, and I cannot wait for it all. Thursday, he's back in LA, and he'll have Leah Black on. And then on Friday, Joey Zalzig and Monica Casey. But that means everything is set for our New York trip. He didn't say anything about the Sunday dinner. He hasn't said anything about the Tuesday dinner that he might also be having. But I am so excited for my $10,000 dinner with Jeff and Shane Sunday night in New York City. New York and Christmas is magical. Like when I got this amazing invitation from these Jeff Lewis fans, Melanie and Scott, to join them, I couldn't pass it up. I mean, I thought, oh no, I don't want to take away from y'all's dinner. And then I thought, holy hell, New York City Christmas dinner with Jeff and Shane? Like, I'm just dead. I'm dead. So, but that put me in a whole spin of like finding a flight, finding a hotel. Well, I'm staying at their hotel, but all the things, shopping, what to wear. Thank goodness, y'all. I have an amazing best friend, Schmangela, since like 1996 we met, and she is so stylish. And she and my friend Bisham really take care of me and guide me. So I went to her house last night. She saved me time and money because she actually loaned me this gorgeous tweed jacket, loaned me a shirt to go underneath it, verified that the black pants I have will be perfect, verified that I don't need to wear my coat over it because it is going to be rainy and the tweed coat will be enough. We looked at the New York temperature. I am just dying. I am so excited. I cannot wait to tell you all about it. As you know, for my subscribers on Instagram and YouTube, I usually have been going Ask Me Anything live on Sundays at 7, but that's exactly when our dinner is. So I'm going to have to adjust it, but I can't put out an exact time yet because I have no idea where the night's going to take us, right? We could be done at 9. We could go somewhere else. I could go out with Melanie and Scott. I have no idea. So just follow me on Instagram, my stories. I know there's a lot of you that are still getting the error saying that you're on a wait list for the Instagram subscriber. I do not know what's going on with that, but that's why I set up a YouTube, because people were requesting that I do that. That way they could have that other option there. So anyways, I am definitely, oh, y'all, yes, y'all have let me know that Stu's stories that he's in New York today. So I have no idea if this was already a time. I mean, that just brings in a whole other thing. Jeff was talking about this other date. He's got like a drinks date in New York, and he's African-American. I cannot even wrap my brain around, but nothing shocks me. So if Stu and Jeff have a meetup, they rekindle things. I have no idea, but I will be paying attention for sure. I mean, I'm speechless. No idea what's going on with that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Taylor Armstrong had a reading. I'm curious what the difference is because I honestly don't know. My friend Bisham is actually from Turkey. So I am terrible with geography and stuff, but I have heard Paul talk lately a lot about like Turkey used to be Armenia or something. So all I know is it's called Turkey now. I guess you can have Turkish coffee readings and Armenian coffee readings. I do not know what the difference is, but all I know is the reading that Pola 2 gave me at BravoCon is all coming true. I mean, the fact that he asked me, and y'all know, if you follow me, I did a story seconds after I was done. I've showed the video clip of what he read to me. I had none of these 3 trips planned in December when I was at BravoCon in November, early November. And so when he asked me, "Where are you traveling?" I'm like, "Nowhere. I'm not going anywhere. This is my last trip of the year. I have nothing else planned. I didn't have anything planned in January. Now I have a flight to LA booked for January." Again, I can tell you all about that very soon. So 4 flights within 6 weeks of when he gave me that reading have actually been booked that I had no idea. Jeff had not announced his live show. I knew nothing about his live show. Trust me. He gives me no warning about anything. I mean, I promise you, I'm just a fan listening just like y'all are, buying my ticket, buying my flight, buying my hotel, everything, right? And then I didn't know about the Hollywood House Lift invitation. That came a week later. And about a week or 2 later, Melanie invited me to join them as their guest to the $10,000 New York City dinner. So then I booked that. I am just crazy with how true it's all become. So I know a lot of you have had a reading with Paul. Let me know in comments if it's been true. Let me know if you're still waiting on some things. I know Doug said the other day he's kind of waiting for some things, like all these initials that he got. I don't think I had any initials. Now I'm trying to remember. I don't think he saw any initials in my cup. But now I can't remember. Oh yeah, B, we just covered that for sure. Somebody on TikTok was asking about Croy and Kim Zolciak. Ugh. Oh no, Sonny says, I hope they're giving you a cut of the coffee reading revenues. Nope, I don't get a cut from anybody's Jeff Lewis chump stuff. It's all just, I'm a fan account. I feel like when you love something or you get such entertainment from Jeff and all these chumps, it just comes naturally to want to promote them, right? To let other people know. And I'm also well aware that, you know, a lot of us are busy and like multitasking and listening to the show, and you might miss what someone's podcast was or miss what their website is. So I'm always going to post that on my Instagram stories. So make sure you're following me there at Jeff Lewis Obsessed. That's just the easiest way for me to post stuff. So even though I have an account everywhere, Threads, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everything, I'm always going to post more on my Instagram. It's just so much easier to do a story for sure. Oh, okay, Melanie, I'm getting a lesson here. Before the Armenian Holocaust, Turkey was Armenia. Okay, thank you for that information. I'm honestly clueless. My husband is super into history and I'm just not. I'm into humans. What else am I into? People, talking, gossip, Bravo, Jeff Lewis, reality TV, meeting chumpettes. Oh my God. I mean, that just comes natural to me. Ask any of my friends. I have always been the one to like get us together, say, hey, let's go get a pedicure. Let's have a girls' trip. Let's have a Friendsgiving. I mean, I hosted my first Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving of 1997, because that's when I bought my first house as a single woman. And I didn't even think that were that much of a thing. So now, of course, they're huge. So yeah, we should do merch that says I'm into humans. I love that. Yes, I have met MJ a couple of times, and I just saw her obviously at the Hollywood House of premiere party. Yeah, she's from Turkey. She always says she's from Iran, though. She doesn't say Turkey. She actually says she's from somewhere else, but I don't want to missay it. She definitely doesn't say Turkey, though, Kathy. But anyways, because I've heard her talk about it a lot. Or maybe she just says she's Iranian. I'm getting it all mixed up. I'm sure of it. She's definitely not Pakistani. I don't know. I'll let her tell you where she's from, but I don't think she ever says Turkey. Anyways, what else? I got a little bit of crap from somebody in the Jeff Lewis Obsessed Facebook group. I kind of quit conversing with them, commenting back, because I thought, you know what, this is not going to go anywhere. But I did pick up some really cute gifts for Monroe to give to Jeff, because she is going to be in New York with them. So, I just got a Texas Christmas book, some crayons, those little twistable crayons, and a sticker book about mermaids, and another Texas book, a Texas coloring book. Tell me in comments, is that weird to give a gift to Monroe? Like, I just don't feel like it is. And I'm really following the lead of Melanie and Scott because they are bringing gifts to them. And of course, I didn't want to show up empty handed and be like, oh, Sarah's not even. Of course, I have some amazing gifts for Melanie and Scott for even offering me this amazing opportunity to join them with Jeff and Shane. But I really didn't think about getting Jeff and Shane any gifts, but I am going to bring this gift to Monroe to give to Jeff because, I mean, she is on vacation. She is going to be on the plane back. And I just feel like it's the right thing to do to bring her a tiny gift. Like, I just don't feel like it's creepy at all, but whatever. I think the lovers are always going to come at me no matter what I do or say. And I don't think they often care to understand or ask real questions. So, at some point it just has to roll off your back, right? Jason says, Jossion, do they know you are joining? Yes, absolutely. When I was invited by Melanie, God bless her, but I didn't know her at the time. Now I know her a lot better. But before, we just had a DM relationship, and she had been telling me about it for about 6 or 8 weeks that she was having this dinner with Jeff and Shane. I was like, oh my God, that's so exciting. I'm so happy for you, what have you. But when she invited me to join along, I mean, before I go to my husband and say, oh my God, can I add one more trip out of our money budget that was not expected to fly to New York last minute, book a hotel, the Ubers, the clothes, the everything. Of course, I verified with Shane that, she does have this dinner planned. And so I also wanted her to verify with Shane because he needed to add me to the RSVP. And I wanted to make sure they are okay with me coming, especially, I mean, no offense, I'm a fan account. I definitely, for the sake of Melanie and Scott, I didn't want to take away from their beautiful evening from having dinner with Jeff and Shane. But also, I wanted to make sure that Shane and Jeff weren't like, oh, this is weird. We're going to have dinner with Sarah. Like, she's a fan account. You know what I mean? So even though I've met them multiple times, I've never sat down for a meal or a snack or anything with them. Matter of fact, I've probably never sat down with them. I've always been standing whenever I meet them or see them. So for all those reasons, I made sure that Jeff and Shane were aware. And I also verified the dinner and the date and time and location and all this stuff. I have not been sent an NDA, and I won't go into details, but let's just say Jeff and Shane are very hands off with me, but I have made it very clear since I started this Instagram live, June of 2022, I made it very clear with Jeff and Shane, if I ever say or do anything that you aren't okay with, or if I cross a line, just let me know. I'll either delete it or I'll retract it, or I won't talk about that subject in the future, because I'm not that kind of fan account that I know a lot of stuff, trust me, about a lot of people. And some things I choose not to say without even asking. And some stuff I'm literally told by some of the chumps, hey, this is off the air. This is off the record. This is just something for you to know, but this is not for you to talk about with anybody. And they absolutely know and respect that I'm going to do that. And I think that's why a lot of them follow me. That's why a lot of them are friendly with me, because I'm not here to sell them out. Like, I don't need this financially. Is it absolutely a dream come true to chat with y'all about reality TV and Jeff Lewis? Absolutely. All the stuff that I go to, I would go to regardless whether I had a fan account or not. It certainly makes it more fun to share it with y'all and to meet y'all on my things. But I don't do this because was ever going to pay for my kids' colleges, right? I've got a perfectly wonderful husband that is well prepared to pay our 5 kids' colleges. Anyway, so, and I've never done, yes, am I doing an Instagram subscriber now and a YouTube subscriber? Yes. I mean, I think I deserve that. I think I'm doing extra content. I'm putting in more time and effort to ask me anything. I am a fan. So everything I do what Tinks told me in the beginning. Tinks gave me amazing advice. She said, post whatever you would want to see as a Jeff Lewis fan account. And that makes so much sense to me, because I just do what I would want to see. And I talk about things that I would want to talk about. And if, it's never going to make everyone happy, but it makes a lot of you happy. So anyways, speaking of making you happy, make sure to join the Jeff Lewis Obsessed Facebook group. It is the easiest way to keep up with all the chats and the events, there's definitely a Monday New York City meetup in Manhattan, right at Rockefeller Center, at around 10 or 11 Eastern time. Then there's a couple of meetups that I've posted about in LA the following week. So just make sure. Yes, I'm glad you caught me live today. Sorry, I'm on a lot of tangents. There's so much on my brain right now. We will definitely make time for questions at the end, though. If you're on Instagram, it's just so much easier to hit that question button. That way I absolutely don't miss something. So, why is Jeff so mean? I mean, you'd have to ask Jeff that. Do I think Jeff is mean? Do I think he can be mean? Absolutely. Can I be mean? Absolutely. I mean, ask my teenage kids. I'm sure everyone thinks anyone can be mean at some point. I think he's brutally honest. I think he says some things he might regret sometimes, but does he ever retract them? No, not really. And that is, I mean, that is commendable or crazy, but you know what I mean? There's no question button. I'm staring at, there's always a question button right at the, it says comment, and then there's a plus sign, then the people sign, then a thing with a question mark in it, and then the share button. Anyways, it takes so much work to make lots of money, and sometimes that's too much time. Yeah, but I love doing this. I really do. But it's so flexible because I can literally, like, I was about to get the shower and my daughter's friend called and she was stopping by to say hi to me. And so I just stopped on. So I like that I can control how much I do or don't do. You know what I mean? I love that, Michelle. Jeff is not mean. Toughen up, Buttercup. I love that saying. I mean, I'm a Texan, so we say toughen up, Buttercup all the time. Sent you a DM about the creeper. That didn't happen last night because Jeff said that Jeff lost his job. Oh, okay. We wanted to talk about, that's why I was getting confused, because even Ryan and Justin were saying that this happened, the creeper guy happened at the Sutton Strack party. And I had totally missed that. But that's why I was asking people, and they were adamant in my DMs. But now someone says he didn't because he already lost his job, which makes sense. I don't think you lose your job instantly, right? Ryan heard it wrong, which is exactly what some of y'all did because y'all DM'd me the same thing. Michelle on TikTok, no. She says, do you know what the project is in Texas? I had Leah Black DM me back one time, or maybe she commented publicly, and she said there's no project. They just meet in Texas to have dinner and see each other. She's usually there hanging out with family, and he comes in to see her. Like literally, when they come into Dallas, they're there for like 24 hours. It's crazy. They usually go to a fancy dinner. They usually go to the Roundup bar, and, you know, fans know, so they tend to show up and surprise him. And, you know, I don't know what he does in Dallas, but I think that's what it is. Yeah, Kathy. Many content creators have memberships or like Patreon, and it's not a huge amount, and you don't expect payment. So don't let the haters hate you. You are liked by many. Thank you. And it's $4.99 a month. I mean, no offense, but most people have $4.99 a month. It's not a day. It's not a, you know, it's not a week or anything. Oh, Linda just found the question button. Oh, I don't know. How are Leah and Julie and Brandy getting along these days? I don't know about that specifically. I do think I was told by someone that they talked about it on a podcast or maybe their own Patreon, Brandy and Julie, and I don't think they're friendly with Leah Black anymore. And I know that personally, and I asked Brandy and Julie if I could talk about this. So this isn't anything that I haven't run by them already. But when I had the conversation with them, the very good conversation with them in the VIP room at BravoCon, basically what Julie got across to me was that anyone that is on Jeff's side is against Brandy and Julie. So if you're Leah Black and you're still coming on Jeff Lewis Live and doing promos with him and, you know, hanging out with him and dinner and stuff, I'm assuming they are not friendly at all with Leah Black, but I don't know that for a fact. That's more of a question for Brandy and Julie or Leah Black for sure. Yeah. What else? Okay, let's talk about the after show. Ryan Bailey and Justin Martindale. Do y'all not love them together? So Jeff was going to hop on a plane immediately after the show, so he didn't get time to come over. they didn't even need him. Like, now I'm not saying any of the Jeff Lewis After Show co-hosts need Jeff, but obviously it's way more exciting to listen to the first segment of Jeff. They don't even need him. Like, they are just so good together. They've got like this bromance brewing. I love it because Ryan is actually heterosexual. He was married to a woman. He has a girlfriend of like 2 years who I've met named Rebecca. Shout out Rebecca. She's amazing and beautiful. And then Justin is a gay man in a relationship with another amazing person, Evan. Shout out Evan. I love him so much. But they have this bromance and this friendship brewing that I'm just so here for. I love that they are both kind of not coming up together professionally because they are both huge in their podcasts, in their careers, but they're sort of coming up together as chumps. You know what I mean? They're sort of on the same time frame of that. So they both like have a lot in common with like, are they invited to the cooking kibitz things? Are they invited to this, to that? So I sort of love that they talk about it. Yeah, Delia says they just naturally flow and they're so funny together. Their energy is amazing together. I love that, Mary. Honey Bunny says they are really good. I love that. Oh, I know Melanie likes them because she posted in the Jeff Lewis Obsessed Facebook group. Melanie says, oh, I cannot get enough. I'm going to say it in your Alabama accent. Oh, I cannot get enough of Justin and Ryan. I love them and they make me laugh like silly goose. I love that. And I mean, don't we all need that? Like, we definitely need to laugh for sure. Yes, WJ King, they both had good comic timing and play off each other really well. And I did talk to Justin when I hung out with him. So I did talk to Ryan and Rebecca at the Hollywood House Lift party. Justin, I don't think I really saw and hung out with till the very end of the night when he grabbed my hand and was like, are you coming to the after party with us? And I'm like, sure, let's go get in the car. And we did. But afterwards at Schmitty's, I did chat with him a lot. And I asked him if him and Ryan plan stuff they're going to say, or if it's just kind of off the cuff. All of that not stalker, what's it called? The watcher stuff, when they imitate that is all off the cuff. And they are so good at it. I love it so much. So all of that, they just make up. They're both, I mean, Justin's a comedian by profession. They both have podcasts. Ryan is, more of like me, he's much bigger, but he is a, reality TV, like chatter, whatever you want to call it, podcaster, content creator, whatever. Oh my God, the fact that y'all keep saying I remind y'all of Beth Stern. I am just dying. Thank you, Melissa. Sarah, you are beautiful. You remind me of Howard Stern's wife, Beth. What a freaking compliment. She is amazing. Victoria Winter says, oh, hi, Sarah. I noticed they deleted your YouTube reposts of the Jeff Lewis live show videos. I don't think that's mine. Off Jeff Lewis Obsessed. I have nothing to do with the Jeff Lewis, whatever those videos are where they repost the Jeff Lewis live show. That is not me at all. The people that ask for money and all that, not me at all. I have nothing to do with that. Oh, I love that. Yeah, she is a big stan of Justin. I'm so jelly of her getting to hang out with Justin. And I am so mad at myself, Melly, that I didn't ask him to do a quick video, a shout out to you. I'm dying. I can't believe I didn't do that. Anyways. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Beth is gorgeous, just like you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I think my haircut makes me look younger too, Delia. That's what my kids are telling me too. I love it. A stan is like a huge fan. I don't know where the word stan came from. Billy says, like a lot of people call a stan account, like I stand for Jeff Lewis. In other words, you're like a huge fan of Jeff Lewis. Super fan? Maybe it's a combination of like super and fan, stan. I don't really know. Don't really know. What else? Okay, so let's chat about this because I did make a video and now I think I'm wrong that it was at the Sutton Strike party, but this 30-ish, a guy in his 30s, married to a woman, just had a baby. He's a big wig. Asked for blow, groped 19 women. He was asked to leave and then didn't want to leave. Like, who could this be? And where did it happen? I agree with y'all. I didn't hear it. Yes, Annette, I can't wait to see you on Monday in New York City. I cannot believe that some of us heard, I think we just heard things differently. Oh, it's definitely Jim Thompson, because he's not married to a woman. Did they say married to a woman or man? Oh, wait. Why would he be groping women, though? Jim Thompson is a gay man. He has a gay husband. So I don't think he'd be groping women. And I don't think he would definitely not talk about it if it was Jim Thompson for sure. But we've got to figure out who this is. Did y'all hear the story on the after show that Justin told about 12 years ago being invited to the Chelsea Handler Christmas party, and he thought he was like hot shit. Apparently he got way too drunk. He got kicked out from the party. He didn't even remember it until the next day. He called a friend. It's like, oh, how'd it go? And they were like, what they say, oof. And he was like, what? And they're like, you got kicked out and now you're no longer invited to Chelsea Handler's parties anymore. That was crazy. It wasn't the Sutton party. If you go listen again. Yeah, I think some people were telling me wrong. And I was DMing them going, wait a minute, what? Like, did I hear it wrong? See, that's why I always say, y'all, you got to go listen to stuff yourself, because people can get it wrong. And in their brain, they don't mean to, but they're absolutely adamant that that's what they heard or what they got from it. And so, yeah, I think I'm right that it was not at the Sutton Strike dinner also. Are you going to do a live from the Jeff Lewis dinner? Hail to the no. That is absolutely not the price. Plus, when I go live, y'all, when I'm at home, I have a laptop computer, my iPad for TikTok, shout out TikTok, and my phone for Instagram. So in New York, when I travel, and in also California, I just bring my computer and my iPad. So I don't go live on TikTok when I'm there because it's just too much to travel with. I try not to check a bag. So yes, I have my outfit from my New York City dinner. I chatted about that earlier. I got a purse, borrowed a YSL, a East St. Laurent purse that my friend Schmangela loaned me. Kind of trying to read those comments. Said he and Shane talked to someone last night that told them about it. Okay, so that's what it was. Yeah, I'm not really wearing black to New York. Wait, Steve, Panico Steve, Linda, why does it say you just started following me? You've been following me. Do you keep hitting the unfollow button? Are people being unfollowed? Are they having their thing unfollowed by me on Instagram? That's so weird. I know Kelly and Rick say that happens to them on YouTube, and y'all have said it's happened to me, but don't be a Heather and keep the bag. Absolutely not. Yes, I loved Sarah Foster's closet in the episode of Hollywood House Lift. I sort of wish she'd have done the Tiffany blue, though. That to me was gorgeous. Gorgeous for sure. I mean, the mint green is pretty, but I think the Tiffany blue was so good. So good. Stan is from Eminem's song Stan, but it does mean super fan, right? Basically. Yes, we already talked about that. Stu's in New York. Oh, Billy, so it does happen to you. You need to let them know. So you've been unsubscribed from the Rick and Kelly show on YouTube twice now. So weird. Krista, send me a picture. Your primary bathroom is Tiffany blue and you love it. Wait, the walls are Tiffany blue or your cabinets? I'm dying. It's stalker plus fan equals Stan. Oh, I think it's super and fan. I mean, stalker is so. I love YouTube. Instagram makes me nuts. Then why aren't you watching on YouTube right now? Wait, you love what? Yeah, go watch on YouTube then. Someone said earlier it's stalker plus fan. I like super plus fan, just so you know. The walls are Tiffany blue with white cabinets. I love that. What else? They were also talking, Justin was talking about a couple of years ago during one of the pandemics, which we've been in New York during the pandemics too, that he was in New York and there was this huge long line. He's like, oh, what's going on? And it was COVID testing. They were people at the emergency center, which in December of 2020, 21, the pandemic was finally more under control, or at least in Texas. And I booked a New York City trip for January. I booked an Italy trip for one of my daughters and me. And then it all came back with, I think it was Delta or Omicron, another strain came up, and it was crazy. Like, that's when you were in New York. My kids had to, even the little ones at the time, had to get the cards, get vaccinated doubly. We had to show the cards entering a restaurant. We had to show the cards entering a coffee shop. It was crazy. Obviously for Italy, we had to get tested before we got on the plane, before we got on the plane back. It was crazy. Linda says dress warm for New York. It's actually going to be great weather besides the rain, which means I'm going to leave my fake fur home. I had this cute, like a chinchilla, I guess, like a striped black and white fake fur that I got for BravoCon 2022 and brought, and then it ended up not even being cold enough to wear. So I left it in my hotel room, never even wore it. I don't think I've still worn it anywhere because it doesn't get that cold here in Houston. But I am packing, I was going to pack it for the Sunday night dinner, and now I'm not. I've got a tweed jacket that's going to be perfectly warm and look beautiful. It'll be very classy looking. And I'm so thankful for my friend Angela that's loaning me. Schmangela, sorry, not Angela. Anyways, just a few more minutes. Omicron, I had it in New York, December 2021. Everyone seemed to have it here. Yeah, I mean, it was everywhere, Chris. Yeah, crazy. The Northeast is getting a storm. When are you coming? I leave Sunday morning and I come back Monday evening. Monday evening. We got stuck out in the country for 7 days without a positive test, no symptoms. Oh, Krista, I love that. Schmangela is an angel. What a great friend. Yes. Anyways, they are amazing to me. They are the two friends that I went, I mean, I've known them forever, but they're also the two friends that I went to the girls' weekend in Las Vegas to see. Part of what we did was see Erica Jane. So they're really good friends. Don't forget to read the menu before you go to the restaurant. No, I'll let it surprise me. I don't ever look at the menu before. My friends do. My friends are way more foodies than I am. Girl, if anything that somebody else is cooking is better than the crap I'm putting out. So I won't be looking at the menu. Is it just you four doing the $10,000 dinner, or are there more people? It is 5 of us because it's Shane and Jeff. Melanie and her husband Scott are the two that booked the $10,000 dinner. They invited me as a guest to come along as long as I could get myself to New York. And I did, and I am, and I will leave Sunday morning. So yes, it will be so, so fun. What else do we have? Because that's all the real notes that I have for the show today. Don't forget Pola2.com. The $1,000 gowns are on sale. Let me know if you buy one. I'm just dying. I mean, how do you buy a gown? I would almost think you want to go to the store and try them on, right? Like, you don't want to buy a $1,000 gown with not trying it on because it's final sale, right? No, Victoria says, is your husband mad that he wasn't invited to the New York City dinner? There is nothing about having dinner with Jeff and Shane that my husband would want to go to. No, he stays home and takes care of the kids while I'm gone. He absolutely knows. Plus, you know, he's not the fan account, right? This is my thing. Michelle, personal question. Are you chipping in any of the $10,000? No, I'm not. I was invited. I am doing a very kind gesture of some personalized gifts and a very good thank you. And also to make sure there's funds given back for any dinner that I do pay for, because I think they pay the $10,000 dinner fee, but they also are responsible for the dinner, for buying the dinner. Oh, I won't tell you all the gift yet until she gets it. Obviously, she and Scott, I won't give it to them until Sunday afternoon whenever I land in New York. We're staying at the same hotel, so it'll be so fun. We're going to hang out together. I cannot wait. Oh, Vicky says, Vic E. Lee, my husband loves to hate Jeff. He used to be a mover. A mover for Jeff? I don't know what that means. Anyways, So nice to give Monroe gifts. Thank you. Sorry I'm behind because my laundry was done. I mean, laundry is laundry. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining live. Have an amazing weekend. Make sure you're a subscriber on my Instagram or on YouTube. You can become a member, I think it's called there. That is definitely where I'll do the first Ask Me Anything about the $10,000 dinner. I, of course, have no idea when that could be, but I do plan to go live in New York City, probably the airport, because it's actually 3 p.m. Eastern time. And my flight is like 5:15. So I'll probably have to scoot to the airport and go live there. So I will do sometime the Ask Me Anything for the subscribers. So make sure you join that. It's $4.99 a month. And it does go up as a replay. But just hit the button up at top on Instagram that's like the bell. And it says let you know whenever I go live, because then you'll make sure. That's where I also give like sneak peeks and extra videos and pictures and things like that too. So anyways, have an amazing weekend. Bye, chumpettes.